Okay, here's the thing. In Modern Family, Mitchell Pritchett supports Claire Dunphy more than Ross Geller does for his sister Monica in Friends. Here's the thing. Okay? Monica Geller and Claire Dunphy are very similar characters, and Mitchell Pritchett and Ross Geller would be, in a lot of ways, very similar characters if it weren't for the fact that Ross Geller is literally, by the end of the series, an absolute monster, while Mitchell Pritchett is one of the most selfish characters in a show about very selfish people. I would not say that he's anywhere in the league of Ross Geller, because, and I think that the biggest and most important issue here is Dee Dee and Jay were never really on the same side when Claire and Mitchell were growing up. They were always at ends. Dee Dee was a narcissist, yes, and she's very similar to Judy. I got like chocolate syrup or chocolate dust in my eye. Let's just rub it in, which is the wrong thing to do. I know you're going to tell me it's the wrong thing to do, but I can't blink it out until it's gone. Because it's either chocolate dust or an eyelash. Okay, anyways, I'm not editing this. We all know I don't edit my shit. Dee Dee, while being it's so bad. It's so bad. We're going with it. Dee Dee, while being an absolute narcissist and while Mitchell is her favorite child, doesn't have Jay's side on her. Like, she doesn't have Jay in her corner in the way that Judy Geller always has Jack Geller in her corner. Because that's the thing. That's the big thing here. Judy Geller gets away with so much in the way that she absolutely, completely mistreats her daughter Monica because she has Jack Geller on her side. And that also makes Ross into the worst human being that he possibly can be, because Ross is not only a golden child for one parent, he's the golden child for two parents. Ross Geller is the perfect being that Monica would never be able to be, because Judy Geller and Jack Geller absolutely and utterly, completely think that Ross Geller is just like not even the best thing since sliced bread, the best thing that anyone has ever created. They think that he is a god. They think that they created a god and his name is Ross. Mitchell Pritchett doesn't have that, and it's for multiple reasons. And the biggest issue, and I could go into the narcissistic parent side of this all day, I really could, I probably will, but Judy and Dee Dee, while being very similar and while being actively jealous of their daughters for their youth and their beauty, or depending on the season, because Judy probably doesn't think that Monica's beautiful when she's fat. Am I saying that Monica isn't beautiful when she's fat? A, Courtney Cox is in a fat suit, which is not great, but it's the 90s. But B, no, that's not what I'm saying, because literally people, like, I'm sorry, I can't speak right now. It's very difficult to get thoughts out while you're also trying to just actively breathe in the way where you're not coughing. Monica Geller is beautiful no matter what, even in the fat suit, which is saying something, because the fat suit just sometimes literally did not attach to her face. It literally just sometimes did not attach to her face when they were putting her in the fat suit. But no matter what, you're gonna put Courtney Cox in something, and Courtney Cox is maybe gonna be the most beautiful person in the room. But that being said, do we think that Judy Geller thought that Monica Geller was beautiful when she was fat? No, because Judy Geller already had a vendetta against her child for being born, against her daughter for being born. So when Monica was fat, there was like this great thing where she got to have another reason for kind of not liking Monica or kind of using Monica's existence against herself. With Claire Dunphy, we don't have that. With Claire Dunphy, Dee Dee's jealousy of her daughter was just always going to be there, because Claire was the younger version of Dee Dee, where she got to be hot, she got to be out there, she got to be slutty, and she got to be a completely different person than Dee Dee was at that time, so Dee Dee was going to be jealous of her. But Dee Dee was jealous of everybody in the household except for Mitchell, whom she could control. And Mitchell even kind of knew to a certain point that he was the one that could be controlled. Mitchell wasn't so much like the golden child as he was, actually I would say Mitchell and Claire were both golden and glass children at the same time, because they both had to put up with just one more thing for one of their parents. Claire was so clearly Jay's favorite and Mitchell was so clearly Dee Dee's favorite that it made this kind of even ground where they were both just actively trying to support each other while their parents were being fucking nuts. Because we know that Jay and Dee Dee not only didn't get along, not only didn't like each other, not only couldn't be around each other, but actively made it the problem of their children. And because of this, Claire and Mitchell, while always having this kind of rivalry that children and siblings are going to have, we're still always on each other's side, to a point where while Ross Geller is never... This is why I haven't been making TikToks. This is why I've been posting a bunch of old stuff. I'm no longer sick. I'm no longer contagious. It's not COVID. I've taken the test. It is literally... That's tests. It's literally just that I can't get the last of it out after the flu, okay? And also, I'm assuming allergies come into play with it. That being said, I'm gonna finish this fucking video. That being said, Ross Geller never had to be on Monica's side because he always thought that Monica was on his side because everyone was always on Ross's side, and Ross always knew that, and Ross also knew that he could use Monica's issues against her. Mitchell never had that with Claire, so when they're adults, Mitchell and Claire are a unit when they have to be, even if Mitchell's constantly talking shit about Claire all the fucking time. Because they had that unit and that united front as children, and it's never going to go away because they're always at one when they need to be, because they know each other and they understand each other in a way that other people aren't going to because they grew up on a battlefield. Ross and Monica don't have that. Ross and Monica didn't truly become friends until adulthood because Ross always treated Monica like an adversary and a punching bag, and he was always going to win. So once they're adults, they can be friends and they can love each other because he no longer gets to have his parents on his side every time that they're talking to each other, so he has to start figuring out a way that he can treat Monica like a full human being. I'm gonna go use my breath humidifier thing again. This is great. It's great. I highly recommend getting sick. It's awesome. Okay, again, I'm no longer contagious. I'm just gross. And it only comes, like, the worst part is I will be fine all day, and then all of a sudden nighttime comes, and, like, I don't know what it is, but all of the illness, like, comes coming back into my body. And I start coughing again, and I'm, like, I'm not coughing for most of the day. Okay, bye.